Here is the second setup sheet for training tutorial number 4. As you can see from our tool list, we are going to use a 1/1/2 flat end mill. From here, we are going to create and remachine toolpath groups. Go over to the top bar here and select Toolpath Group. Double-click it and change this to Setup number 1. From here, we will go also to Setup number 1, right-click, edit selected operations, and change the NC file name to Setup number 1 as well. And select OK when finished. You'll notice that on all of our operations it now says setup number 1.nc. Scroll up to the very top and select Machine Group. Right click, go down to Groups, and select New Toolpath Group. As you can see at the bottom here, a new toolpath group will be created. We will name it Setup number 2. Ensure that the arrow is all the way at the bottom before proceeding. This will allow us to create toolpaths at the very bottom under Setup number 2 as opposed to Setup number 1. Go to the WCS locator along the status bar, select it, and go to Plane Manager. From here, select Bottom and select the Copy button. We will now copy the bottom, number 1, to the bottom of the field. From here, we will go ahead and change the Z depth to 1.5 and hit Enter on our keyboard. We will hit the Apply button in order for our WCS, construction plane, and tool plane to be changed. Select OK when this is done, and select Isometric in order for your part to flip. From here, we will go ahead and create a 2D high-speed dynamic mill toolpath. Go to Toolpaths, select 2D high speed, and go to Dynamic Mill. In the machining region strategy, make sure that it is stay inside as opposed to from outside, and under the machining regions, select this icon here. In the machining, we will leave it as a chain and go ahead and select this inner circle. Once we have chained this inner circle, select OK, and we will select OK again. Dynamic Mill will be selected. Along the left-hand side, select Tool and go to Select Library Tool. Select the Filter button, and from here we will be able to choose the tool that we want to filter. Make sure that the flat end mill is selected and change the tool diameter to be greater than 1. Select OK. 3 tools should be listed that meet the criteria of the tool list filter. Select tool number 299 and select OK. From here, enter the comment, remove the material, from the bottom of the part. Go over to cut parameters. Ensure that the cut parameters are the same as your book, and from here we will go ahead and move on to the next step after reviewing every single one of these different parameters. Go to depth of cuts and ensure that it's off. The next step, we will go to entry motion. The entry motion will be helix only, and we will change the helix radius to 0.75. Scroll down to this section here and enable entry feeds and speeds. Change the value from 50 to 10. The ramp spindle speed to 800, and the dwell to 3. Then proceed to go to the linking parameters. In the linking parameters, we just need to ensure that all the values line up. Clearance should be at absolute 1, retract should be absolute 0.25, feed plane should be incremental 0.1, top of stock is going to be 0, but we need to change it to absolute, and our depth needs to be absolute, and this value needs to change to negative 1.25. After this is done, select OK. As you can see, our toolpath is created. From here, we will go ahead and select the Verify option. Select Play. Since this is taking a little while, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to when the part is fully cut. Your part should look as shown. Exit the Verify. From here, select Toolpaths and go to Contour. Select the inner circle here. If you notice your chain is going in this direction, simply select Reverse and select OK. From here, we will go to Tool and choose tool number 6 and insert the comment, Finish the walls. And we'll go up and change the feed rate to 100. We'll change the plunge rate to 50. And we'll go ahead and change the spindle speed to 8,000. From here, go to Cut Parameters and change the contour type to 2D. All the default values on the left-hand side should be good. Go to Depth Cuts and ensure that it is turned off. From here, go to Lead In and Lead Out, and make any changes as per your drawing. From here, go to Linking Parameters. Ensure that the clearance is 1 absolute, the retract is absolute 0.25, the feed plane is incremental 0.1, the top of stock is absolute 0, and the depth is going to be absolute and negative 1.25. Once this is done, select OK. And we will go ahead and highlight all of the folders and run our toolpath. To do so, select your backplot and verify. Select the play button. I'm going to go ahead and stop this and select End. This will speed up the toolpath and cutting motions. your part should look as shown. Once this is done, exit out of the Verify. Scroll down to Setup Number 2 and make sure that folder number 10 and 11 are highlighted. From here, right-click on Machine Setup Number 2 and go to Edit Selected Operations and change NC file name. Change it to Setup Number 2 if it doesn't list Setup Number 2. Select OK. As you can see, it will now list under Toolpath Setup Number 2.nc for both operations in Setup Number 2, and it should say Setup Number 1.nc for all the operations in your first setup. From here, go ahead and highlight all the folders and post them. Select OK. Save these NC file names to a proper location. It might warn me that I have a duplicate just because I've used Setup Number 1 name in my previous tutorials. I'm going to select Yes. And I'm also going to select for my Setup Number 2 to save it. And again, it should give me the warning. From here, my G-code will be listed. Once this is done, select Close and hit Save. Congratulations! You have completed tutorial number 4 of the Mastercam X9 MilEssentials training tutorial.